Hi everybody, my name is Jillian Shanks and I am here today to make this cool infinity screen. No, not really. I'm here today to talk about, not that, Storybook. So in order to find Storybook, the first thing that you want to do is open your sidebar. Now for me, I have gems over here, but if you haven't used gems before, then it might not show up. So you might need to click on settings and then you would click gems from there. Once you click it once, I think it should stay over here again for future use. So what we're going to talk about today is Storybook. Storybook is a great way to help you create a resource for your students that makes it more accessible for our EBs, but not only for the EBs, but for any student who would enjoy reading a story about the topic that you're talking about instead of just listening to a lecture. So I have a bunch of different examples, but today I'm going to show you exactly what it would look like if you were to just start from scratch. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is go over here and pull a video. So I just picked a random topic, the Declaration of Independence. So I'm going to take my YouTube link and go over to Gemini and say, using this video, please. Actually, now that let's try this. Please generate a story for, I don't know what grade they do this in. I think it's 8th, for an 8th grader who has limited English skills and make sure to answer the question, why did the US want to declare independence? Okay, and then I'm going to paste my link and let's make sure that this works. We're back. As you can see, it created this storybook and it gives you this kind of like little warning. Please note that the story may not be 100% faithful to all the specific details in the video you provided. So this is one of those, it's AI, you want to double check what's going on. So yeah, here's our book. Long ago, there were 13 colonies along the ocean. A young boy named Thaddeus lived there. He loved his home, but things blah, 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 blah. So another cool thing about Storybook is that you can click listen and it'll read it out loud to you. Okay, I wasn't expecting sad King George. So this is the story. The cool thing about the listen feature, besides of course the fact that it reads it out loud, is that it automatically flips through the pages. So if you wanted to use a screen recording software, sort of like I'm doing right now, which I'm using Google Vids, you could just have it record your screen, press play, go off, do something else, come back, and you'll have a video with the story being read aloud and it flipping through all the pages. And then another thing that I like about Storybook as compared to just having Google like make you images or Canva or whatever is that generally the characters will stay the same. So this is Thaddeus. These are not the 13 colonies, but that's okay. And then look, he looks pretty much the same here. And here. He's a little younger there, but that's okay. See, something like this happens. You might just have to ask it again to redo it. Still love King George. But obviously, if you're an emergent bilingual or a student that doesn't process English in the same way as a gen ed student, you can tell right here, this is a king. He is angry and he wants to punish them. So it's very well aligned to what the text is. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is click download, which is this little button up here. And it says that it's preparing the storybook. So let's continue looking while it's doing that. Barnabas met with his friend Hezekiah, who's definitely not Benjamin Franklin. Okay, so as you can see, it downloaded the storybook as a PDF, and it has all of the images and all of the text. The text is not clickable. It does have this mistake again, so you would have to ask it to change that before you downloaded it. But if you wanted, you could also copy and paste each image and the text if you wanted it to be more editable. But for the most part, this is just how you would download this. Then you could print it off, give it to your students, and they have an easy way to interact with the lesson that is scaffolded for their needs. And also, as with any other AI thing, if you want to change the alignment, if you want it to be more aligned to ELPS, to your TEAC, answering a specific question, helping them write an essay, anything like that, you would just have to be more specific about it in your prompt. If you know that you have some beginners, then you might want to say, use a low lexile, or make sure you use these key vocabulary terms and explain them in a way that a beginner would be able to understand. So that way it actually does the heavy lifting of scaffolding the story for you, besides just making